the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature, for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Salute, salute, salute. Peace and power to everyone. Yes, it's early. Yes, it's Saturday. Yes, there's might not be a lot of notifications going out. Yes, I look crazy. Um, but I gotta get this off my chest. I really do. Peace. What up, Will? Colleen, salute, salute. Gina, Big Mar, what up? Damn, Mar, what time is it? That's right, it's about 9 o'clock. You been up already over there. Greedy Vegan, what up? Salute, salute. D-Fat, what up, what up? Yeah, I know notifications don't go out. Jason Reels, what's good? What's going on? T, what up, what up? Salute, salute, peace and power. Yeah, again, when certain things come at me indirectly and kind of disturb my energy, ROB, what up? I have to, speak on it because a lot of people, David, what up? A lot of people probably are having these discussions amongst themselves and really don't have an outlet or really don't have people respond to them the way they deserve to be responded to. I definitely salute Christopher Farmer. You know how I am with the chat. You know how I am as far as any of my social media is concerned. It's always public, and these things have to be addressed. But before y'all get in, because I know, and I think I will save that for when the comrade and I have the discussion on that drill music. We'll get to that. People been hitting me. We'll get to that. And I may have to do that one on my own right here. Um, but I'm definitely going to speak to the comrade about it and figure out how we can open that up for the show. But, okay, Jay, no doubt. Black Hitter, salute. Um, Peace, Kelly. What up, what up? Aaron, salute, salute was good. But this video that's going viral, and I'm not sure if everybody's seen it. I know I spoke to V uh, this morning. Well, really not too long ago. You know, I spoke to V, and what up, No? If she's still up running around, uh, my Oakland people. You dig? Cece was good. Um, and she didn't see it. But I've seen it too many times, and especially on Twitter, on my Twitter account. Um, and I'm not sure if that is the actual Twitter account for this father that says "Don't talk to me." But that when I look at it, it didn't make sense because that's a Twitter account, but it's not new, and it has several thousand followers. But I will say this, and again, if you didn't know, let me start. If you didn't see the video, there's a video that's going viral of a father who is, I guess he's getting ready to take his daughter to school. At the start of the video, you see the father and you see the young girl coming out, in uniform, definitely well taken care of little girl. But she comes out kind of in a huff and says, "Don't talk to me," right? Real nasty, real sassy, and just walks straight to the car. At that point, the father is triggered. And he said, "Hold on, wait a minute, what?" come here, directs the little girl to come back towards him in the house. She comes, soon as she gets to him, she stops, of course, she's in her too. And again, I don't, not gonna have no attitude with me, or, not gonna tolerate this attitude. And at the point where she stops, and definitely as a little child is, when they are triggered and going through their emotions, she pauses and he directs her to go back inside. She hesitates. He grabs her. What's up, Steve? He grabs her, all right, and pushes her inside. Tell your mother to take you to school, right? Close the door, starts to walk. Remember to come back to the door, locks the door, keeps it moving. Um, I looked at the video when it was first sent to me. Then I looked at it on other people's pages. I saw several, I have to say several thousand comments on it. There's a lot of questions that come immediately to my mind when I'm watching it. Having a daughter myself, right? And you know, y'all know, if y'all seen me on Instagram with my daughter, you seen my daughter will be 17. I don't know what other people go through on a regular basis with their children. Um, I don't know how they interact, what their relationships are. I don't know this man and his daughter or their family dynamic at all. But for it to be going viral and for people celebrating him on the one hand and others on the other hand, making statement to him should have done more, or what kind of treatment the little girl should have received or would have received had it been a different time period. I need all men, especially fathers, who are listening to me, whether you have young girls or young boys, or you don't have children at all, you need to be listening and in this mind frame. For fathers, for men who have daughters, know that, any way you treat this little girl, she is going to not only tolerate that treatment, but accept it and expect it from any man that she deals with. You are setting the bar. You are setting the bar on how your daughter is treated. You are setting the bar on how she will view men. And if you feel that it is okay for her to be screamed at, for her to be treated poorly, for her to be dominated, or for her to be beat, then do your thing. So be it. If that is your belief, that is in your character, if that is what you standing tall on how to treat women, then expect that that little girl is going to grow up in a space where she will accept, that type of treatment, and much worse, from any man. Understand that, right? Understand that. Two, that was a home camera. That was a home camera. You understand? If that is treatment that is tolerated within that family, within that household, then it should have remained there. It should have remained there because it was not a teachable moment, because there's a lot of vagueness there. We don't know the relationship between the mother and the father. We do not know the relationship between the daughter and that father. We just don't know. We don't know if this is her character on a regular basis or whether she was triggered. We don't know. We don't know, but we do know that it is viral. And like I say, it is permanent. When you have these things on social media, it is a permanent stamp. Salute, E, salute, salute. It is a permanent stamp. Understand that. This is permanent. So we do know and we have seen how damaging videos, pictures have become on social media. So this father just armed, or the mother, whoever leaked it, whoever put it out, just armed a whole school, a whole community with something that can be used against this little girl. She could be bullied. She can definitely be teased. She will have this stamp of being an unruly child on her for we don't know how long. We don't know how long. Do you understand me? Peace, Mr. Grant. We don't know how long this video will go viral. That father believes that that's okay. That mother believes that that's okay. This family believes that that is okay. So be it. Again, that is on them. But me, as a father, and I can only speak for me, I have never been in a space where I have expressed myself in a manner in which that my daughter can misinterpret my discipline for aggression or a threat to her, because I don't ever want her to believe that it is okay for any man to treat her in that manner at all. Anyone who comes into her space that is of a male gender, she should only expect and tolerate the best behavior. That is it. Anyone raising a voice, anyone raising a fist, anyone putting her in a space to where she feels lessened because she vocalized what is going on around her, because she is being vocal about how she is feeling, is somebody she shouldn't have. Nowhere near in her space and in her energy. I, as somebody who deals with domestic violence, family situations and anger management, think that the father did a terrible job. I wouldn't have handled it like that at all. At all. And have I been um, triggered? Have I been triggered by some of the things that my daughter has done as a child, as a preteen, as a teen, and now somebody who's, you know, on her way next year to be a senior in high school? And, you know, I don't want to toot her horn, but my daughter's report card was all A's this marking period, except for one B plus. I'm in Brooklyn, New York City, with children or young girls her age already got 3 or 4 what they call bodies on them and stuff like that. You know, they already out there running the streets crazy, promiscuous, and doing that. So I, as a parent, as parents, we have to be doing something right. So again, has she ever triggered me? Of course. But the triggering comes from you as an adult, as a parent, wanting them to do something or not following instructions that you have given them most of the time. I say 90% of the time. If we control their world, if we control how they move, if we are the institution, then we have to be better at getting the instructions to getting the best performance out of them. So if I'm running late, I'm running late. No girl is not running late. You know, I remember there's a video of me taking her to dance class, and I was rushing her in the house. So now, because I was moving a little late, because I'm rushing her, she forgets to put her, I think it was her tap shoes. She had a ballet shoe, she had a jazz shoes, and a tap shoe. She forgets the tap shoes. So I get her all the way to the dance school. We get out of the car, and I'm looking in the bag. I said, "Where's your shoes?" And she had to be about 7 or 8. She didn't have the damn shoes, and I'm going crazy. Why you have your shoes in the bag? You know. Wow, and she just a walking and stepping. That was on me. And I'm sure by me having an elevated voice, she probably got a little attitude, and now she's going into the dance school with an attitude because of something that I facilitate that. So, again, 9 times out of 10, when children are acting out, where do they get the information? How do they process their existence and their purpose? How are they moving? They learn everything from us. Everything. Everything. And as a man, as a father, when you have a daughter, you have to be on your absolute best behavior. You have to be on your best behavior. You have to be. It is imperative that you be a shining example of what manhood is. Skip the fatherhood piece, because as a father, unless you are a single dad, there's another parent involved. So you have fatherhood, you have motherhood. Combined, you have parents. Trust and believe. As much as I've had my daughter, and I'm telling you, I had my daughter from 6 months on. Her superb mother, this career woman, had to do what she got to do. So me and my daughter been road dogs since she was barely figuring things out. But it's still a duality, still a double situation. Once I'm no longer in effect, tag team, she over there. So it's a building going on. There's an exchange that's going on when it comes to parenting. But as a father, manhood, and how this little girl perceives manhood, all right, is of the utmost importance. Do you understand that? Do you have a closer relationship with your son or your daughter? Both the same. Both the same. It's different for the boys. The boys are older. So he's a man. I can only do what he allows me to do, no matter how close it may seem. Like my father. My father is still right there. But if I don't go to him for assistance, if I don't speak to him, if I don't reach out, what can he do? He can call me every day, all day. It's up to me to receive that. I'm a man. I'll be 53 years old tomorrow. My father's 73, going on 74. What can he say or do if I don't allow that interaction? And are we close? Close. Love my father to death. Without him, there is no me. I don't do this. He's the one who showed me how to speak, how to express myself, how to read, how to write, how to view the world, how to look at things. But he don't know what's going on in his household. He has no idea. He can't. I'm a man, so I am the only one who facilitates how much information I give him. And that's the same when you have older boys, right? How you groom them, how you were interacting with them as children is going to let you know just how much you're going to be involved in their lives once they are on their own. You understand? But with daughters, it is very different. It is very, very different when we're speaking with men about women. And I'm telling you, she cannot view you in a manner of which she will dehumanize herself, she will lesser herself, she will devalue herself in order to please you, because she will do it with any man who she deems to have affection for, who she deems to have love for. You must be on your job. I'm telling you, because we're in a very dangerous time. Now, when we came up, how we were treated as children, how we were abused as children, how we were disciplined into treating adults might have worked for then and for that time period. We're in a different age now. Me, and I can recall it, in a two-parent household, I don't know about 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. I know one hell of a beating I got at 7 years old because I almost burnt down the damn house trying to play with matches and lit the damn garbage pail on fire and try to hide it and shit. Toe up for that. Another beating, and that was just my mother. Another beating my mother gave me when uh, she was ducking from housing from the maintenance man, and he seen me outside asking me if she was in the crib, and I said, yeah, she in there. And he said, okay, well, I need you to knock on the door, and I'm hide over here. And he came out when she opened the door. Got my ass whooped for that shit. Toe up. Now I had to be about 8 or 9. I'm not even 9. I had to be about 8. You know, whooped out severely. I remember that. And one time walking with my mother, she told me, don't cut the pole. And I'm just playing, you know, we walking down the street, and I cut the pole, and before I could get all the way around the pole, bam, slapped the shit out of me. I fell right back around the pole. She said, didn't I tell you don't split the pole? And from then on, you can't even walk with me and split the pole. I remember that slap to this day. Don't cut the damn pole. That's all I remember. Don't cut the pole. So that, and I can never, ever forget trying to brace up on my father when I had to be. I was 13. Every 13-year-old boy braces up against their father. Father told me to do something, and I don't know. I felt it. I'm just tell me do something, and yo, man, got up on Big Steve, and boom, grabbed me up here, picked me right up off my feet, and you know, that was just it. That was it. Picked me up off my feet, asked me if I was crazy, and my sister's looking, and I was like, oh, yo, that was it. That was it. Never been through L7, salute for the Cash App. Never been, yeah, for Rolando. Never been in a abusive and beat. I mean, I don't understand that. I've seen it. I've had friends. I grew up in the projects, trust and believe, but in the two-parent household, even with the issues that they had, I didn't come from physical abuse like that. So I don't understand that dynamic to that degree. If you was out of pocket, you got discipline, and I'm talking about I end up in the same predicament that most of my friends ended up in. You understand? And they was getting the hell beat out of them. So at what point did it work back then? It definitely doesn't work now because you're losing kids in a heartbeat. It just won't work, right? I know that it's a very difficult job parenting, period. All children are not the same, all parents are not the same, all situations are not the same. You dig? Yes, beating kids is lazy parenting because, again, if you can't outthink a kid, then that's more reflective on you than it is on them. Most people fly off into that rage and you're triggered because the child embarrasses them. It's about you being embarrassed. So if you don't want to be embarrassed, make sure the situations are straight in the household so you get outside, they don't shame you. You dig? Salute, Mr. Warren. Thank you. You understand? So again, I want and when you are dealing with young girls, I'm telling you, daddy is everything. They watch everything you do and say. Everything you do and say. They watch everything. You're very, very impressionable. Very impressionable. How you treat their mother. They store that. Understand that. How you treat their older siblings, who may be their sisters. They watch that. How you treat your mother. She watches that. And they also watch how you relate to other women in the street. They record that. This is what women do. This is what women do. So, based on that video, we don't know how he treats them inside that home. We don't know what's going on with that. We don't know. At all. We don't know what he might have said to that mother to make her storm out the house and say, don't talk to me. At that young of an age, how is that in her energy when it comes to that man? That young woman in there, in training, first thing she do when we see each other in the AM or whatever, she come and expects me to treat her the way I always treat her. Doesn't matter what I may have went through the night before. Doesn't matter what I went through 15 or 10 minutes before. It doesn't matter. When she walks up, she expects to be hugged, loved, kissed, and cared for. Anything less than that, she's alarmed. What's wrong? Straight up. What's going on? If I'm not feeling good, I may be personally, really, I may be feeling off. Doesn't matter. Daddy supposed to treat me the way he's been treating me. And even if I get at her for anything, even if I get at her for anything, if I'm in my bag and that bag don't switch up within 5 or 10 minutes, oh, she's miserable. That's it. That's it. And she's wears that. So you gotta be on point. You have to have a different way of speaking, not only to your daughters, but to the women all around you. That's right, V. Understood trauma at a very early age. So she's not going to accept nothing from nobody else. Anybody treat her less than how I treat her, she's on alarm. Like, yo, what is that? It's foreign. It's foreign. So as men, maybe we can start that. Like I always say, if we don't get our queens back, we losing this war. So if we start to treat our daughters in a much better fashion and their little friends, right? Because all of my daughters' friends from kindergarten, dance school, junior, middle school, high school, they get the same treatment. They see me. They know, I'm a father to so many. People on social media who just get in the wind of me don't know how many children I have. They really don't. Because all of her friends, all of my son's friends, all of wifey's students recognize me as a specific type of individual. Whether it's a father, whether it's an uncle, whether they know they can come to me with anything. 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 So if we begin to nurture our daughters and their friends and then nurture their parents, their mothers, you understand what I'm saying? Then that will vibrate throughout. And we won't have so many of them on social media showing their ass. We won't have so many of them seeking value in their vulvas. We won't have so many of them seeking value and praise and appreciation from the Euros. It's just that simple. So when we see videos like this going viral and people commenting and thinking that she should have gotten more or that he did right by her, there needs to be a correction with that. Because, again, anything on social media, when it pertains to children, especially our children, needs to be handled with the utmost scrutiny. I think they should have thought long and hard before exposing that to the world. We see too much violence. Our children get beat up every day, figuratively and literally. They're beaten in school. They are abused. They're abused in the world. They abuse each other on a regular basis. So we're going to sit here and say that this father should have done more, or that that little bit that he did was correct. Handle that differently. I would have given him more props if he would have just stood by the car and allowed her to process her anger, allow that to move, and then question her, are you ready? But not dismiss her. A man dismiss her because of whatever transpired up in there. That's just my take on it. That's just my take on it. I don't, nah. The world is gonna be harsh enough for my daughter. The world is going to be so vile and so dismissive and so bitter towards my little brown queen that she will never get that coming from me. My job is to prepare her for what's to come and to let her know that she will never, ever be treated by anybody the way that I treat her. When she finds an individual that will treat her the way I have and better, then that's the individual that she should be able to walk with and feel vulnerable with. Do you dig what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Simple as that. There's a very delicate relationship between daddy and daughter. And homeboy dropped the ball on that shit. Straight up. Definitely dropped the ball on that. You know, so I just had to get that off of my chest. Definitely gonna have book club tonight, as Veronica's been telling y'all. Yeah, tomorrow's the born day. So I don't do much as an Aquarius because historically I've never ever been able to do anything. Historically, it's always a blizzard, or it's always 10 below, or it's ain't nothing to do in the middle of February. So I'm accustomed to just sitting home and, allowing people to send well wishes and money, you know, and you know, and acknowledgement and money. You know, that's just, you know, exactly what Aquariuses do. You know, we always find a way to entertain ourselves. That's right, Aquariuses. February Aquariuses who are left-handed. Yeah, big yourselves up. You know, so you know, you dig. I have three boys. They give me all the emotions. I'm still learning every day how to be a great father to my boys. You know? There you go. Come bring it. I'm not going to no damn South. There we go. You're always trying to get me down South. Dude, thank you. Uh, Shit getting real tight down South. Yeah. When you have three boys, it's a bit much. I ain't even gonna hold you, Ma. Three boys is a lot. But that's your own team. At least you know when you get older, you ain't gonna have nothing to worry about, man. Boys take care of daddy. They gonna definitely take care of daddy. Come visit Uncle Charleston White. Well, listen, Uncle Charleston is supposed to be coming to NYC. And you know, I want to definitely give him a different view of NYC, you know? So we can, you know, get rid of that bullshit, you know, and make him erase that last time he was here and that less than New York hospitality that he received by these suckers up here, you know? V, you gonna stop telling me about the Bay Area. You want to stop doing that. Father of one daughter, I ain't trying to bring no more kids into this world. Not at this current state. I feel you, but you are not the owner of that, Cells. You're not the owner of that. If another universal blessing is supposed to be in your lap, oh, it's coming. It's coming. You know? It's coming. You don't know. But, you know, I know a lot of people feel that way. You know, that's what, you know, and it does amaze you when you see people who have just continuously having children, and especially with this. That's right, Joel. I know we both tomorrow, man. We both tomorrow. You know that. You know that. Come on. Come on. We know how that go. Aquarius is in the right thing. You know? But we have to be much better parents. Have to be. Have to be. Some of us had good examples. Some of us had not so good examples. You know? And even in those examples, we have to learn. You know, I learned a lot from watching how my in-laws parent. I learned a lot from how watching the wife parent. I've learned a lot from watching how a lot of people parent. Be more February 6th, no doubt. All right, you know, you picked up another contract. Go ahead. Go ahead. Department of Agriculture, do your smash. Remain militant, though. Make sure you protected in that, all right? So is the great Frank Matthews. Frank Matthews was in Aquarius. Word? Okay. I gotta look that up. Make sure y'all reading the Sada. Yeah, book club is tonight. Book club is tonight. Era Black TV. Salute, salute. Yeah, V had an earthquake yesterday. Yeah, if he had an earthquake in the Bay Area, probably was no. She probably, as soon as she said the word, I just shook the whole damn Bay Area. Soon as she looking, she like, where mama at? Mom! And she shook, ha. Yeah, you know how that go. Okay? Yes. You know, so yeah. Pisces gang. Doggy Diamonds is Pisces too. Watch it now. Look, it's beautiful down south. Yeah, the weather's beautiful. The hospitality is beautiful till you get around them Euros. Shh. You know? March 9th, Hurt Blessings, March 9th. You know who else born day is March 9th? Not only is it the day that we lost Big, right? No, Big, right? But that's AZ. The rapper AZ birthday is March 9th. Fishbone, salute, salute. It's supposed to be snowing in Memphis. Colleen, we know you're a Pisces. We know. We know. You know? You see more racism in the Northeast. Really? You believe that? Really? In the Northeast? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I travel a lot and I don't feel that tension. Maybe because I'm home, so, and that's just like the people in the South. Because they are home, so they don't see it, they don't feel it as much. I definitely don't, you know. I don't get it up here. It has to be direct. I mean, you have to really go in it. And that's the difference when you travel in other states. You don't have to go in it. It's there. It envelopes you. And NYC is different. I'm telling you, you got spaces in NYC to this day where they still haven't come in contact with the Euros like that. They just wasn't. Salute, salute, Nicole. Thank you. You know, you just don't get it like that. You don't get it like that. That's Nicole. You know? T's a Scorpio? Woo, T. Racism exists in the Bay Area. Don't let the liberal whites fool you. Exactly. I was never disrespected by any Southern Euros. Really? Sells, what part of the South is that? Ooh, child, the new South, another. Just chased down a young FedEx brother. Really? That's what I'm saying. In the Northeast, during which era? You mean Boston? I just discovered boxer Sam Langford. He was from Nova Scotia. Yeah, calling him a tar baby. Wow. There we go. Cells came in New York. You was in Alabama, Cells? Come on, my people, a lot of my peoples who I grew up with, families from Alabama, they was not pleasant at all, you know? But again, hey, Sade, I gave a whole build for you, Sade, on the A.J. Johnson situation with her, you know, having that threesome. So I hope you caught that, Sade. You know, you watched it? Okay, good. Rashard Lewis, you living in Huntsville right now? Okay. Again, I don't, you know, not to switch gears, but even knowing that, and us dealing with racism, excuse me, and the institutions of racism, shouldn't that in itself encourage us to be better parents? Because there's so much that we have to prepare our children for than to just discipline and beat into submission. You understand? I have yet to have any confrontation with Euros in the below Mason-Dixon line. And that's Hollow Davis. Okay, that's what's up. And V said, don't get it twisted. These Latinos and Hispanics up here on that same type of time they do. We'll do a build on that. AJ stated no penetration occurred. It was more so intimacy and affection. Yeah, she said that. That's what she said. We don't know. We ain't hear from the brothers. And even if so, even if it was some, and and if you didn't see the video, go back and see my what I really felt about it. No, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. You can't be talking about only males can benefit from that. Nah. You know, if you know, if she did it to them, why we in the space of them doing it to her? See, because when it comes to that, people want to put the power aspect, like who held the power in that situation. If she introduced it and said that that's what it was, then she holds the power. So she did that to them, not them doing it to her. But people get fixated on that because the male is supposed to be powerful. And power under the Euro conditions is dominance. So when women flip it, it's a whole different story. You dig? Nah. Go get your men's, girls. Get you two men's. If you want, God, do what you got to do. You dig? Can't preach that on one way and not the other way. But that's a whole nother build. Again, speaking about parenting, let's be mindful of how we utilize specific strategies when it comes to that. We are dealing with a lot. We're doing and dealing with a lot. And we don't need our children's spirit broken. We don't need their mentalities broken. We don't need them, their complete self broken because of how we parenting, because of our fears or how we were raised. Because of our fears and because of how we were raised, we cannot, and I repeat, cannot make mistakes because the consequences of our errors is happening too fast. Do you understand? The consequences of our errors happen too quickly. So if we lose our daughters, if we lose our young women, if we lose that, sometimes we don't have the amount of moments necessary to get that back, to get that trust back. And that's what we as black men struggle with, because some of us don't even want it back because you were taught that. We have to bring our women back into the fold of them trusting in us, them relying on us, them being vulnerable with us, because we got them. Because we're going to hold them down and not allow anything to harm them. So the father, I hope that wasn't an incident in which he lost his daughter's trust. And ain't nothing fly about that. And I just hope that the ramifications that come from that video going viral doesn't put her in a space where she's going to have to seek heavy therapy. Not only professional therapy, but the therapy between the father and the daughter. So I'm gonna leave that at that. I'll see y'all tonight. Yeah, trust gotta be restored. And that's all I'm about, building us. So we have to, remain militant, because if y'all don't trust me, then I mean y'all trusting the Euros, or you're trusting someone else. That's just what it is. No middle ground. If something isn't building up, it's decaying. If something is not going left, that means it's going right. So if you don't trust me, that means you trust in somebody else. So how do I get that trust back? By making sure that when you're with me, that you know I got you. So are you going to trust your daughter to be with somebody else? She should be right there. You just dismissed her. You didn't validate her little angry episode, or at least we don't know. So we have to be careful with that. We have to be careful with that. And it shouldn't have been viral. We shouldn't be doing that. So, y'all do what I do, or what I ask y'all to do, share it, screen record it, get it out there, get the message out there. And if somebody's in touch with the dad, I'm welcome him to a build, for him to articulate his position. Simple as that. All right? But I'll see y'all tonight. I got to go get myself together. Do what I do. You dig? Do what I do. What up, E? Yeah, I got to get this right, So definitely, peace and power. Yeah, book club tonight. You know me, I'm consistent. Discipline is always necessary when we're building a nation. So yeah, we got book club tonight. We trust and believe that. We have book club tonight, so be on point, Get ready for some learning, because you're going to get learned up. Yeah. And men, fathers, take a minute. Take a minute. You understand me? Take a few seconds before you react, before you respond to your daughters. That's what the anger management is all about. That's what it is. Knowing when you're triggered in order for you not to suffer the consequences based on your response. All right? So look, I love my people. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. We gonna win. Remain militant. You dig what I'm saying? Let's do what we do. Let's love on each other. Let's make sure we give each other tools and strategies to get up out of this oppressive condition, to get away from these people, because they getting ready to go into the hellfire. They getting ready to do what they do. We have to protect ourselves and secure ourselves from that bullshit. And the only way we can do it is by separating, falling back, and making sure that we are safe from harm's way. All right? So I love y'all. I'll holler at y'all soon. What is it, 1 o'clock? I'll be on here sometime tonight. I don't know. Yeah, Kelly Mills, I see you. Peace and power. Thank you to the moderators. V, Kelly, Ma, T, all y'all who's up in the spotty spot. Nick, everybody, much appreciated. I got the utmost love and honor for all y'all. Sisters, don't worry about it. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. All right? We got y'all. Don't worry about it. All them other dudes, I don't know what they talking about. But I got y'all. I got y'all. Salute.